this matchup we got going in, Skittles, #1 in Nebraska
right?
versus Jahira, one of East
MSU?
Lansing's finest.
Oh, yeah. I've seen lots of Jahira and his Inkling. He's very, I would say, very notably passive, which is really good because he gets to use those incredible spacing tools the Inkling has and really gets to start applying that big damage before you even realize it. Can't be dropping shield early on Youngling's up B, though. Could be free damage for Skittles.
Exactly. And one thing that I think is going to be a little bit more beneficial for Skittles, besides just like I think just the raw player skill, is that there aren't a whole lot of Younglings in the, Michigan outside of Blade. So this is a very unfamiliar matchup for the most part. So we'll have to see how Jahira can kind of like find his way in here. The guy is like a very multi-talented Smash player. He's
incredibly skilled at PM, melee.
Hell, he was pretty okay at Brawl too. So we'll have to see if he can find his way in here. Like right now, he's kind of like keeping it close, like chipping away at like Skittles a little bit. But for the most part, Skittles is just really kind of dictating the pace of this match so far.
I feel like the way Skittles is retreating high with those, dropping those bombs, it's kind of been really hard for Jahira to like follow him up into the air with. And then those arrow pressure goes, and how do you come side to side?
Oh my God, beautiful B reverse boomerang into forward air just to get that kill. And those are the things like when you're at like over 100, like 12%, maybe 120, Youngling is just gonna be looking for those like arrow into forward air, maybe a bomb into, or boomerang into forward air. It's just gotta not let him hit those little bread and butter setups.
He's one of those characters whose, one of his predominant weaknesses is that, well, on paper he's got lots of way to kill you early. It's tough because he has to find those niche little confirms and stuff to do it.
Yep.
But good players like Skittles shouldn't have a problem finding those openings.
Yep, drop that shield a little early again. Jahira, you can tell that young Link inexperience is kind of like coming into it. And wow, just like that, Skittles opened him up with an 87% just like string. It's going to be really hard for Jahira to come back into it, but he's got to find his way. He back up, just a simple back air might be able to net the kill, but...
We're on the ledge at least.
Yeah.
However, just I feel like he's really having trouble. Skittles so elusive. I really got to get handed to him.
Yeah. His movement, like his defensive movement in the air is really nice. Oh my God!
Pulled the bomb in, thinking
drop
throw
bomb. Oh, into forward air. That was so cute. I remember the last time I saw Skittles playing was at, I think like Midwest Arena 2, the doubles, or like one of the Midwest arenas recently. And my God, like this guy, he had one of the most heart like pumping sets against Advo. So like Skittles is no one like anybody should take lightly. So.
I have unfortunately not got to see him play yet. Sorry for me because he's putting on quite a show. Jahira up smash out of shield, find that first kill, put himself on the board, but Skittles still running away at the pace of this whole match.
Yeah. And like the way he like I've seen Skittles just kind of like find these grabs, it's just so like uncommon because you know it's a tether grab character.
Yeah,
these guys aren't supposed to find grabs easy. He's just grabbing him like he's got just a normal grab.
he's mainly because every time Jahira's coming for these like short hop aerial approaches, he's just pulling back, letting the chain rip, getting that grab.
Look at that. He just shot him with one arrow, and he's like, all right, what does this guy do out of just like his when he gets hit and he's in disadvantage?
Might have been looking for the roll or the air dodge in on that. That's why I probably stayed in place. Gonna hang on the ledge, chill out a little bit, give himself some time.
Look at that. You can tell like Skittles is just so content to just like finding he's just so content to just finding the one opening he needs because like he finally
no
shielded
shield
it.
grab, but here's a punish.
Oh, okay. We got down air into up smash. We got inventive combos.
With this amount of ink on him, I believe this is up throw percent.
Yeah.
I know the more ink they have on him, like generally the larger that window gets.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, bomb into up air. Skittles takes that first game, and I would say in really solid fashion.
I'd say convincing for sure. The big thing, you can tell, you hate to blame inexperience, but you can tell, aside from, of course, just the player skill that Skittles has, not to discredit him at all, that Jahira had trouble kind of dealing with the projectiles, especially in like that middle range, like platform to platform on Stadium. And it kind of just like kept him out until he got frustrated and went for those maybe not too wise short hop aerial approaches that Skittles was just getting grabs and getting his confirms on.
Definitely. Now I'm trying to see, what are we going for game number 2? FD, I like the counter pick. I say I wish we could see what the bans are. It's like one thing I always want.
I always wonder. Because I'm
know
not sure how I feel about FD, because I feel like having platforms would probably be at least moderately useful to give Inkling just like some more movement options to deal with like the kind of wall Youngling puts up.
Yeah. We'll see. We got a beautiful cut to the player cams before we start this game number 2. But here we go. Let's see if the slightly smaller stage size that FD offers and the no platforms kind of like retreat and kind of like find like creative combos out of can help Jahaira out. Because like right now, I want to say like the neutral is definitely starting off a little bit better.
I would say so. Here we go though. This distance starts to build, and you wonder how he's going to find his way in. Rolls through. Does sneak a back air in. Put himself back in the control.
Oh, that was I don't know. He did a back roll there, and it really kind of like forfeited like his kind of like control and like ownership of like center stage.
It can be so hard to be mindful of that boomerang coming back. We saw there. He had almost a punish, but just the boomerang slipping back from center of the field.
All right, Jahaira trying to just find his way in, get these little bread and butter pokes that he needs. He's doing really like the back air has really been like the true mileage gainer for him. Oh,
this game, he's been using a lot more of his jump to retreat than to just like kind of push forward. As much as you think, oh, I want to close that space, it's working really well because he's getting closer to Skittles and then letting him come to him and at least get some punishes, but still that forward air going to be too much for him.
Oh, what an instant revenge. Love it. But now Skittles, you can kind of tell he's a little bit, he's like, man, why did I let that happen to me? Now he's like on like the attack. You can tell like this barrage of projectiles just coming out, but Jahaira wisely shields the full extent of that up B.
Opts to put him off stage there instead of go for something like a jab, maybe extend a punish at the ledge, but didn't quite pan out. Here he is in his own trap, but finds some footing on stage. Not getting clipped by that up B. Youngling's up B hitbox likes to not work sometimes. You just kind of go through it or fall out of it a lot, unfortunately for Youngling.
Oh.
Not quite the spacing he wanted for that grab.
Oh, try to get a boomerang in up air. That would have surely killed at this percent.
Here's Jahaira with footing again, but can he make anything of it?
Yeah, it's really like, you can tell like Jahaira is like, he just threw out that like, kind of like Randy F smash almost. And it's like, you can kind of tell like Jahaira's just trying to find like the one solid hit that can kind of like lead him into maybe having like some sort of advantage in the neutral game.
Yeah.
So it's really just like, oh my God, he's struggling to find his openings because Skittles just won't give it to him.
It's tricky there. You get caught in the corner against Youngling. You got so many like fast options, so many strong options, and just like, it's really tricky to get out of that little position that Jahaira's kind of been in, where he just wants to get in on Skittles here, but he's just not letting him. Conversion, up B.
My God, that interaction was just so smooth. Wow.
Covers the up B with the nair again. Not quite his kill. Here's off stage. What can Jahaira make with it?
Right, he's got to go down there contend with him while he's off stage, because like one thing that Youngling struggles is like he's got a solid recovery, but the moment you hit him, oh my goodness, he just can't actually recover in any capacity.
Skittles going deep with those up Bs backwards, but hasn't been able to find one. Jahaira just kind of slipping through. Here's an edge trap situation for him.
Ooh,
that'll do it, just barely.
I think that was some sus DI.
Might have been.
Because
it's tough to react to something so quick as like the Youngling back air confirms. They happen before you know it, you know.
But there we go, Skittles with a